Got my pocket Iraqi flag. You know, always one thing to carry an American flag with you wherever you go. However, there's time where a good Iraqi flag could help you just as much. So if you're smart, you carry both. Man, I don't know where I got it. Seriously, I don't even know where I got it. I got it somewhere, and you know, as I used to carry an American flag, I'd carry this too, because if I thought I was going to link up with Americans, of course, you bust out the American flag. You're linking up with Iraqi forces. This will get you a lot farther than the stars and bars, you know what I mean? Yeah. Here's my pocket Afghani flag. You can see it's
sewn together.
It's yeah. So just like I said, look, it's hand stitched. It looks like it's reclaimed material from something else. But I used to carry this with me because, look, it's great to whip out the American flag when you're around Americans. However, you need something from, the Savage Forces. You pull out the Savage flag.
You ever have to use it?
Yeah, used it all the time. I blend it in better than you think. Yeah, this is my Jackal Team hat. And these hats are really cool. This brim is actually IR, so if you hit it with a light or IR light, you'd glow in the dark. And then the history behind the black American flag baseball hat is you keep it in your pocket. When the time comes, no matter what you're wearing, if you're wearing civvies or you're wearing local clothes, whatever, when the time comes, you throw your American flag baseball hat on so everyone can see. You know what I mean? You're wearing a black American flag hat. So we used to always issue these out, and then it's Molon Lobby. I mean, this hat's probably from 2000, before anyone even knew what it was. My squadron was claiming Molon Lobby as its motto. But the truth is, if you fast forward till today, I hear it so much, I don't even try to tell anybody. You know what I mean? Anytime people talk about Spartans, I just say they're all gay anyway. But front and back has IR on it, so if you were to hit with a light, you would see they're Americans. So I took this paddle from some Indians in the jungle in Bolivia. I have absolutely no idea what they use it for, but I've kind of always had it, and I figured it'd be great for like my kids when they were little. If they were bad, I could swat them in the ass with it, but never used it for that. But you could see it's all hand hewn, carved out, and made by hand. Like, no idea what they used it for. I just thought it was cool when I was in the jungle and they gave it to me. Well, this is my coin collection and cop patch collection. Every time I get a coin or somebody gives me something, I throw it in here. There's everything from just kind of regular cop stuff to ranger stuff to special coins to you name it. And I think one of my best coins, if I can find it. And then some of these you'll see, like, Special Forces Command. The 2-star general gave me this one for something. So a lot of them I kind of earned. Look, Doug Brown. Doug Brown used to be the Special Operations Commander. And anytime Doug went to a high threat area overseas, me and another guy were his personal protection. And Doug was, I I don't know, maybe not the best commander special operations ever had, but Doug was an extremely nice old guy that I liked hanging out with. Here's one of my favorites right here. But there's one in particular in here that is by far the best coin I have. So when I was in the Army, this is the Bolivian Tier 1 unit. Guys gave me this for training them. I was the first guy to ever train those guys. So check this out. I've seen these on the internet, right? JSOC wooden nickel, presented by the J8 director and C, senior enlisted advisor for excellence. I made these coins for me and my commander to give out because we were the money team. I thought it'd be funny to give out wooden nickels, so I kind of paid out of my pocket. I had these created. I was deployed when I got this one, right? And this was for my work in combat operations in a country we're not at combat with. So this guy came by to get a briefing on my work, left this for me. I was actually gone at the time he left it for me. When I got back, they were like, hey, you know, this guy came by to see you. And I'm like, see me? I've been deployed. And they're like, he wanted you to brief him up on exactly what you were doing. And I was like, okay. And they're like, but he left this for you. This is a Mexican flag. I received this for training the first, I don't know, but the Mexican Special Forces were trained by us. We were on our 3rd or 4th class, I don't remember now. The first class had already went back to Mexico after we trained them. They killed like 66 guys out of a cartel in one night, to include the head of the cartels, and the next day they were disbanded. All those Mexican Special Forces guys became the Zetas. I had some of the highest ranking Zetas at my house drinking margaritas. The Zetas is one of the biggest cartels in Mexico right now. But it started as the Special Forces guys, but there's so much corruption in Mexico. We trained them when they went back. We trained them, equipped them, everything they needed to do. They went back to Mexico. They performed flawlessly. And because of corruption and they were so effective, they were disbanded the next day. They were disbanded and we had Mexicans here we were training still. This is my NYPD. You'll see I had this on my uniform a lot. Like, I sewed Velcro on the back of it, but I wore this in combat a ton. I also have a fire department patch. Some of the guys wore the fire department patch. I didn't put Velcro on it. You could see I never wore it. I wore the NYPD one a lot of the times. So check this out. So I got this. This is H. Bush Senior, good buddy of mine. Gave me a tie pin and he gave me cufflinks. We used to always go to his office, hang out with him. He's a really nice old guy, one of the smartest guys I think I've ever met. But he gave me the cufflinks and a tie pin when I was at his office, and you can see, look, it's got his signature on the front. I had this made on my first trip in El Salvador. It was a triangle seat. This is made out of leather. This is all stamped in leather, and it had like 3 legs, 3 wooden legs. The legs ended up breaking, but I always kept the leather part of the seat. I had that made on my first trip in Special Forces. The Oppresso Liber, free the oppressed. It's the SF motto. It's the SF motto and crest. lay the lines on them. Pow. So this is my helmet. I wore this helmet. Yeah, probably pictures of it on the website. I got my goggles, right? Just Velcroed to the helmet. I got my night vision mount. I got my bungee cord. This is what held my night vision in place. Nowadays, a lot of helmets come with it, but back in my day, you kind of had to improvise. Battery box on the back, right? That kind of evened the weight out. When the Surefire lights came out, I put a Surefire light on the side. That way I had a white or red light where I could just kind of read things real quick. But this helmet's seen a lot of action. Luckily, never been shot. Fuck, more close calls than I care to admit.